What's going on, Poke fans? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we'll be looking at a Mewtwo Tag Team GX post-rotation list. This is the post-rotation Mewtwo deck list, just in case if you would really like to play Mewtwo deck. It is basically from Pokemon Online Global Championship. I took this deck list from Homan Kim, because I was really looking forward to some Mewtwo deck lists, and I picked his because it was a post-rotation. Pre-rotation deck list also was including some Silvally GX for that Rebel GX attack, so you can simply wipe the alternatives boards. Even Macargo GX as well for that, Lava Flow as well, and maybe even Burning Magma, but basically for Lava Flow because that attack was so powerful. Speaking about powerful, you could simply use, let's say, Charizard GX attack, or maybe Incineroar. Swing for, the GX attack 300, maybe even more with Darkness Tornado, and then finish the game with, a Cargo if you get lucky. But this is the post-rotation deck list. It basically features all you really need. It features one Crobat Wii, one Eldegoss Wii, as well as two Dedenne with the Daddy change. Additionally, it plays one copy of Galarian Zigzagoon, so you can add a little bit more of damage just in case if you need to swing for 320, 340, depends. One Incineroar GX with the Darkness Tornado. It features also one Naganadel for that Venom Shot, one Reshizard, one Volcanion for non-GX attacking Pokemon, one Charizard GX with the Flare Blitz, one Eldegoss that I mentioned earlier, two Dedennes, four Jirachis, one Turbo Strike Solgaleo, one SPD to deal with the little Pokemons like, that Mad Party, Jirachi, so you don't have weakness, and three Mewtwo's as our main attacking Pokemon with that Perfection ability. For setup, 4 Cherish Ball, for Quick Ball, for Disruption, 1 Stamp, 4 Scoop Up Nets, and 4 Switch, really important to go fast through your deck with, Scoop Up Net Switch combo for those Jirachis, 3 copies of John Hart's support list, 1 Bird Keeper, 1 Boss Order, 1 Research, 4 Welders. Big Charm is a tool card, and then 4 of each, 4 Psychic Energy, and 8 regular Fire Energy cards. Really interesting post-rotation deck list for the Perfection Mewtwo, so just in case if you're looking forward to play this deck and if you don't know how, well, there is a list that you can start with it and tweak it by your opponent's decks at your local league. So this is it for the video introduction. Let's move on to some game tests so you can see how this deck will work in the action. Just a little disclaimer, I didn't play with Solgaleo because I don't have it in my collection, so just gonna play with third Dedenne, so see you in the game. Alright, would you like to go first? Let's do it. Starting first with Mewtwo, it's okay. You could get that extra energy attachment, I guess, but you cannot take advantage of Welder, so it's a 50-50. Still wish. Just for a giant heart. Ugh, that's rough. Really. I'm just gonna pass the turn and hope for the best. The best would be to get somehow top deck Mewtwo or Cherish Ball, Quick Ball for that Mewtwo. Since I'm playing versus Zamazenta, obviously I might consider taking another route. That another route might be just Reshizard instead, because I can swing for the weakness. Heck off. So, Zamazenta Wii featuring Caesar Max deck. Kinda interesting approach to deck list building with the Weakness Guard energy. So, he decided to add Weakness Guard energy to the Caesar Wii on the bench so he could protect him from the weakness. And there's a Zacian Wii as well, so he might just end the turn with Intrepid Sword, which will be the case. my turn. The top deck will be Zigzagoon. Alright, what about the Stellar Wish? Just for Scoop Up Net. Ooh, I didn't use that Scoop Up Net. I could just simply use it. I don't know what was on my mind. I really don't know what was on my mind. Why in the world did I do that? Can somebody tells me I could simply use another Stellar Wish, but it's okay. Right now I'm one turn behind my opponent, but really doesn't matter. Which really matters at this moment is the fact that I'm going to need, so I'm just gonna Scoop Up Net my Jirachi, put that Zigzag in play, and throw that, then I change. One more time, scoop my Zigzagoon, put another Jirachi, Stellar Wish one more time for another Scoop Up Net. Wow, that's impressive. Scoop Up Net, gonna add one more damage to that Caesar. Scoop Up Net one more time, my Jirachi. And then switch one more time to my Jirachi in hope to pull that Welder. Still no sign of the Welder, but I can't even use Welder this turn, so for now I'm just gonna pass my turn. Well, I didn't get that Scoop Up Net in my hand because I was just too fast and too furious, so I clicked before I took it in my hand to done, and obviously I couldn't return it back. So I couldn't use another Scoop Up Net switch play for my Jirachi potentially to get that Cherish Ball into Rashizard, and the things would go different route obviously because I would just knock the Zamazenta out with my Double Blaze GX and be down to like 4 prize cards, but right now my opponent is actually taking the control to his hand. So what Caesar is capable to do, it's capable to hit for 90, reduce some damage, and then use that max Steel Spike. So he's reducing the damage down to me for 100 in total. And that's a lot. Alright, well, let's then try to find that. Let's then try to find. Obviously, I'm going with another then I play. Not gonna risk with the Crobat. So somehow I managed to find the Welder. And there's a Cherish Ball for Incineroar, so again, tiny misplay, but hopefully I can get a Quick Ball to, nope. No sign of a Quick Ball. Which means that we are going to snipe our opponent on the bench with the Venom Shot. 170 damage, Crobat will take. So when I think twice, that's actually not that bad, considering the fact that next turn I can potentially discard my Incineroar GX, potentially find myself a Scoop Up Net, but I only have one more left, to scoop up my Zigzagoon and to knock the Crobat out, and then to basically pull 3 more prize card knockout with that Darkest Tornado GX. Alright, so I need to switch something and put in the front, and something tells me that I should maybe consider even putting the Dene GX in play into the active position. yeah, that's gonna be the case. I could go with the Mewtwo as well, just in case if I top deck myself Welder. But I rather decided to take another route. To go with the Dene, to let him to take a knockout if he can. If not, the worst thing that can happen, I can retreat my the Dene on the bench. And he decided to knock him out barely for 170 due to the resistance. So if there was a big charm, I would simply survive this turn. Okay, so, interesting. Time to see if we have that scoop up net left. Yes, we do. So let's go with one welder. This might be a big turn. There is a scoop up net. There we go. So I'm knocking out my opponent Crobot for 2 prize cards, and I'm needing that Charizard GX right now, which I couldn't find. So let me see if I have him in my deck, and I don't. I only have 8 cards remaining and 1 welder. Okay, what will be the strategy? Heading for 170 again. Going with maybe Incineroar for 130 and discarding that special energy. Considering maybe to put another Mewtwo in play. I'm gonna keep my energies for Miraculous Duo GX, that's for sure. If he hits him for 60. Okay, so I have only 2 energies left, which means that I can maybe, let's just go all in. Should I Venom Shot? It's not worth. Even I could Venom Shot. If I Venom Shot the Ranguru, potentially next turn I can win the game, because my opponent definitely needs to attack. Yeah, I'm gonna Venom Shot. Ranguru for knockout, so I took the risk. And I'm gonna need 1 fire energy, which I have in my hand, in case if I pull that Charizard from my discard pile for the win. No, it's a John Hart. Okay, so he needs to swing. It's pretty simple. If he don't have... okay, so this might be a quick ball for Eldegoss, and it's not. It's for Lucario and Melmetal. Alright, so yeah. He didn't use GX yet, so if he full metal walls GX me, the game is over, because I cannot recover my energy cards. Oh my goodness. Oh, it will be. It looks like it will be. Yep, it's a GG. It's a GG. Due to the Solgaleo, it's a GG. I don't have energy cards. It was near perfect until that wild Lucario and Melmetal appeared. And all suddenly, it's bad, because there is a Chaotic Swirl which also negates the effect of my Stadium. And of course my opponent is not that stupid to attack with the Caesar, even he had that Weakness Guard energy attached to it. So he obviously decided to retreat for the Full Metal Wall GX, and with 2 energy cards I can discard all of my energies from the Mewtwo, and there's literally nothing that I can do. Even if I... Yeah, 7-3, well... Is there something left in my deck? No, it's not, so yeah. With 1 energy, you cannot do anything. What does Jirachi say? Search a deck for energy. Yeah, okay, then that's GG. So, obviously, I couldn't dive the Caesar out, and I was just looking forward to, basically, I didn't expect to see the Lucario and Melmetal, obviously. But the problem was that Lucario and Melmetal. If there was no Lucario and Melmetal, obviously my opponent would need to to hit for either way 90 or 190, and then I would just finish the game with my Incineroar. But the problem was that I lost all of my energy cards and I only had one left and I didn't have Solgaleo, so I couldn't recover none of my energy cards, and that's the reason why I lost this game. Otherwise, probably I would win, but yeah, Caesar definitely outplayed me there, and that's the GG. Probably due to the misplay at the turn 1, so that actually cost us the game here, so that's the GG. Okay, starting second, as the underdog, we can say that. Starting with a Reshizard. Taking a closer look at my opening hand, it's actually not that bad. There's a Wilder, but playing Wilder for 1, you're not gonna be too happy, but still 1 is better than nothing, I guess. Quick Wall, oof, Inteleon VMAX. Okay, so playing versus Inteleon VMAX with the Silvally GX. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's just go for the Mewtwo play then. Guess I'm gonna take another route here. Hopefully it will be a successful play. It might not, but we shall see. Nothing in my discard pile. I think I'm gonna Bird Keeper next turn rather than just discarding or my entire hand with the Dene right now. I mean, I can barely hit with the Outrage, so I guess it's not worth. And then again, it's just better to see what my opponent can potentially do to adapt the tactic to that for that Inteleon VMAX if he came into play. So there is a Dene. This reload can obviously help my opponent to get his Inteleon VMAX in play. Inteleon can on the other side swing. Oh, Chaotic Swell. Okay, that's gonna slow me a little bit. Not too much, but by a little bit. Reese's Stamp is pretty much a useless card in my hand at this moment. Reese's Stamp won't do anything as long as he have this reload, so I'm wondering if he also plays Frost Mode or not. Jimmy, are you playing Frost Mode or not? So Erika's for 3, Air Balloon. There it is. There is a big boy Hydro Snipe Inteleon VMAX that can swing me heavily there with the Hydro Snipe for 140. Alright, with that being said, it is time for me to find myself a welder. Obviously. Close, but unfortunately not enough, which means that I can still decide to go for my Crobat Wii. Let's see. Let's take a risk. Oh boy, if I miss my Crobat Welder play, that's gonna be rough. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it. I could swing for 130, for example. I didn't. So the only thing that I can literally possibly do is to scoop up my Volcania, put Jirachi, switch into it, Stellar Wish, get the Welder in play, a little bit too late. Again, late is better than never. Boss's orders, he's the Dene on the bench and pass the turn. So I can potentially try to slow him a little bit, not too much, but a little bit. and maybe try to set that Mewtwo to go on. I don't really want to get punished by his Inteleon on my Mewtwo. I really wanted to swing with the Outrage for 170, and the game plan was then to finish the job with my, let's say, Inteleon Crushing Punch potentially, you know. Would that be enough, or did I miscalculate myself? 170 damage plus 130. Yeah, with two copies of my... It would be enough. Yeah, definitely it would be enough. Yeah, there's a boss's order, so right now I'm just 3 prizes behind of my opponent. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, yeah. He would probably just knock himself out either way with the effect of my Horror Psionic Energy or whatever. It really doesn't matter. It's just too late to think about that right now. So that's the max bullet. Obviously, he's swinging for 60, which means that I can right now activate my Darkness Tornado. Swing my opponent for 50 plus for 310. I can go for 310, and I will go for 310. And look what I just top deck, Scoop Up Net. My goodness. Those top decks are just ridiculous. The moment when you decide not to take the risk. Let me see. Miraculous Duo GX doesn't make too much sense. I'm short for 10 damage in order to knock my opponent out. How many Scoop Up Nets? No more Scoop Up Nets left. Which means that I cannot knock him out because I'm short for 10 freaking damage. If I Miraculous Duo GX myself, I didn't get nothing from that. Then again, maybe my opponent surprised me with the boss's orders. So I'm just gonna hit for 310 and hope for the best. I mean, the worst thing that can happen, he can attack me and knock himself out. That can work. Then I can maybe try to outrage him. Still, I'm not gonna have enough for knockout anyways. In order to outrage my opponent, 260 plus 30 is like 290, so that's not even close for the knockout. Not even a close for the knockout. But if I can somehow, if he can somehow knock my Jirachi out, let's say, and then I can maybe, yeah, but still I need a lot. Still, okay, so I pulled that Zigzagoon, but again it's gonna be placed on the bottom of my deck. Another Inteleon. Yeah, if he attacks me, he knocks himself out, that's for sure. So he maybe really wants to avoid doing that and maybe swing for like just, yeah, max bullet. He definitely goes for the knockout. 170. He knocks himself out. 260. 260. Yeah, Charizard, too late for you. Okay, that big charm actually saves the day. It really saves the day. I'm just gonna outrage him. That's gonna be it. I already used my GX attack. So outrage is the only possible thing for me right now. Literally only possible thing right now. I'm gonna get myself those fire energies in hand and outrage him for 260. There we go. So I'm down to 1 prize card, which means that I discard my boss's orders. Yeah, I did that. 40 on the bench and 60 to the active. Oh boy, if he attacks me, he takes like 60 damage back, and he increases my outrage, which means that then I can win the game. So I'm definitely in a winning position, but he might just pull himself some miracle there. We shall see. Rose, oh, from nowhere. From nowhere, Rose hits the ground and surprised me there for the knockout. Well played. Obviously, Rose makes sense with Silver GX. It really does make sense. It's a very broken and powerful air balloon for the knockout, max bullet. And yeah, he will take 6 damage counters, but it really doesn't matter because he managed to pull himself all of the prize cards, and that is a GG, my friends. So that Inteleon VMAX kicked my ass from nowhere. That Rose was such an MVP, and I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. Unfortunately, without Solgaleo, somehow I tried to battle, but I couldn't get it. You know, this is the card that we really desperately needed in this deck, but I didn't have it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did, consider subscribing to the channel, hit a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time. So thanks for watching and have a good day.